Hi, I'm Stephen Canup. I'm Executive Director now with Freedom in Jesus Ministries, but 8 years ago I got out of prison after serving 32 months on a 6-year sentence. I had the really great blessing and fortune and favor really to come back to Texas from Nashville, Tennessee, where I was imprisoned. And I was able to get up under Don Castleberry with Freedom in Jesus Ministry, the president and founder. And he'd been doing prison ministry for 30 some odd years at the time. And I knew that I had a calling to do prison ministry, and I wanted to learn, but I didn't know the first thing about it. I'd been in prison. I saw a few ministries come in. A lot of people tried to get us converted, and I did get saved in prison. I got saved, good and saved in prison. And I knew that God had a plan and a calling on my life. And I thought that I wanted to do prison ministry. Earlier in life, in my mid-30s, I was very successful in business. I had an office on Park Avenue in New York City. I was a partner with the world's largest CPA firm, accounting firm, and I was making well into the 6 figures each year. And I had a wonderful wife and infant son, and in the world standards, I was on top of the world. But inside, I was lost and empty and bored and searching and seeking and restless. And when I got to the top, I knew that didn't satisfy me. The next raise, the next promotion was never fulfilling. And so I started to try to fulfill that emptiness in me with all the wrong things. And over time, I had a slow downward spiral into reprobation and depravity and sin of every sort, and ended up being addicted to crack cocaine and marijuana and alcohol, pornography in the worst way, and everything that goes along with that. I ended up being unemployed for 7 years prior to going to prison, and the last 3 years before I went to prison, I was actually homeless, living on the streets in Nashville, Tennessee. So as I think back, my own sin took me from Park Avenue to Park Bench to prison. And it was there that I had a genuine encounter with Jesus Christ. It was there that I learned that He's the only one that could fill that emptiness inside of me. And so I surrendered totally and completely to Him in prison after I'd been there 10 months. I'm amazed that God would put me up under Don Castleberry and Freedom in Jesus Ministries, that He would give me a chance, and that God would work it out to where I could have favor, and that He would give me a chance to begin to minister to other men. And we believe that God's raising up an army in spite of our past. In spite of our past, God can use anybody that'll be totally surrendered and totally submitted, willing to be led by the Spirit and not by the world, not by the flesh. And so I'm thankful that I've learned to trust God one day at a time, and to just follow Him one day at a time, and trust Him to do in and through me what He wants to do in and through others in prisons.